Anthropic just put two very different bets on the board at once, and the bigger one could redraw where frontier AI is actually headed. Welcome back to Midnight Signal AI. It's July 6th, 2026.
Today, we've got the new Claude launch, a science workbench aimed straight at drug discovery, and a fresh set of signs that the AI race is getting more political inside the biggest labs. Let's get into it.
First up, Anthropic. The company has launched Claude Fable 5, and by the way the reporting is framing it, this is its most powerful public model yet.
That matters because Anthropic is not just chasing a benchmark headline here. The way you position a public flagship model changes what developers build on, what enterprises trial, and how much trust you can win when the model gets woven into real workflows.
And the same reporting bundle also points to something else, Anthropic splitting Claude into Fable and Mythos deployments, plus partners like Mixroot giving developers one key access to Fable 5 and GPT 5.6. So this is not just a single model drop, it's a distribution play.
Exactly. If the model is strong, that dual access layer can matter almost as much as the raw release. It lowers friction for teams comparing frontier systems side by side, which is where a lot of enterprise buying decisions happen now.
Staying with Anthropic, the company also launched Claude Science, a new research workbench for drug discovery. Let's Data Science says it is built for scientific workflows, not just chat.
That's a smart move because science is one of the few areas where a model can be valuable without being perfect at free-form conversation. If it helps researchers structure experiments, organize evidence, or avoid dumb mistakes, that's real product value.
And it also fits the broader pattern we've been seeing from frontier labs. The general-purpose chatbot is still the entry point, but the money is increasingly in specialized, high-stakes workflows.
Right, and the phrase reproducible pipelines is doing a lot of work there. If Anthropic can make Claude feel like part of the lab stack instead of just another assistant, that's a different category of adoption.
Switching gears to Meta, Crypto Briefing reports the company is now restricting engineers from using Anthropic's Claude and OpenAI's Codex.
That's the kind of move that tells you the competition is no longer just public demos. It's internal tool chains, procurement, and what your own engineers are allowed to touch.
And it lands in a week where Meta's AI leadership is already sounding more guarded about progress, which brings us to Zuckerberg himself. The Daily Star says Mark Zuckerberg told employees that AI agent progress has lagged. That's a pretty direct admission after all the spending and reorganization headlines.
That's the kind of line employees remember. If leadership is publicly saying the agents are behind schedule, then the internal bar has clearly shifted from build fast to show me something useful.
And that timing matters because Meta is also trying to project confidence in everything else it's doing around AI hardware and consumer products. So the gap between the story they want to tell and the story that leaks out keeps getting wider.
Which is exactly why competitors watch these comments so closely. If Meta is still searching for the right agent formula, everyone else gets a window to define what good looks like first.
On the Musk side of the house, MSN is reporting that Musk denied the SpaceX AI phone rumor, even as investor prototype chatter kept swirling.
That's a very Musk-shaped story. Deny the product and somehow the rumor still gets bigger. But for investors, the important part is that there's still enough smoke around SpaceX's consumer ambitions for people to keep guessing.
Related to that broader Musk hardware vibe, Meme Burn says SpaceX AI device prototype sounds like an iPhone in 2026. Again, we should stress that's still prototype talk, not a confirmed launch.
And that distinction matters. A prototype can mean anything from a lab concept to an internal pitch deck. The market tends to collapse all of that into new phone coming, which is how rumors outrun reality.
Sticking with Musk for one more beat, Yahoo Finance says Optimus production will be extremely slow at the beginning. Musk reportedly said this is not like making a car.
That's the sober version of the humanoid robot story, and honestly, it's probably the right one. If production is slow, then the real question becomes whether Tesla can use that time to make the system genuinely useful, not just impressive on stage.
For our last main story, the China AI race is still moving fast. CTech is calling it a mini DeepSeek moment for Chinese AI, while the Express Tribune says the open-source GLM 5.2 model is creating buzz in US tech circles.
What stands out here is that open-source Chinese models keep getting framed less like niche alternatives and more like serious competitive pressure. Even when the details are messy, the signal is that developers are paying attention.
And when you pair that with the ensemble angle in Hermes 2.0, you get another reminder that the race is not just model versus model, it's model ecosystems versus model ecosystems.
Across today's stories, the common thread is control. Anthropic is trying to own more of the scientist workflow, Meta is tightening the walls around what its engineers use, and Musk's orbit keeps showing how fast hardware rumors can outrun shipping reality. Meanwhile, the China model wave keeps pushing the competitive line outward. The next few months should tell us whether the winners are the labs with the biggest models or the ones with the best distribution and discipline.
That's it for today's Signal. We'll keep tracking the launches, the internal shifts, and the rumors that actually turn into products. Stay curious, stay informed. See you tomorrow.